There are many people in the world who wake up with hope for a better day. Meet Lucas. He's like you and me, but there's something that makes him different from the rest. Although this particular condition doesn't limit him, it can sure make some things of his daily routine difficult. Take today, for example. Lucas is heading to the city for a job interview so he can help out his family. Sadly, most people won't understand a simple good morning of his. Not everyone around him knows about his condition, and his interviewer is not the exception. No matter how hard Lucas tries, the interviewer simply won't understand what he's trying to say. People don't seem to show empathy towards his particular condition. Sadly, this leaves people like Lucas with fewer opportunities. He begins to feel a little bit sad. Like any other person, Lucas needs to get groceries, and this can also get quite annoying when asking for a simple orange can complicate things more than it should, making Lucas feel a little more frustrated. Later that day, he hesitates about going to a friend's party, although in the end, he decides to walk in. Once inside, he sees how everyone's chatting and having a good time, so he walks to a group of people and tries to be part of the conversation. Sadly, nobody understands what Lucas is trying to say, and this makes him feel awkward and excluded. Lucas ended his day feeling frustrated and disappointed. Every day, he feels a bubble of isolation around him, a bubble that separates him from others. No matter where he is, an office, the grocery store, or hanging out with some friends, no one understands what he's trying to say. And that's because Lucas uses a different way to communicate called sign language. And Lucas is not the only one like this in the world. According to statistics from the World Health Organization, there are about 360 million people with hearing impairment. This is close to the population in the United States. Out of these, 328 million are adults and 32 million are children. Now, let's imagine the scenario where this person relates with a minimum of 4 other people, let's say parents, siblings, or friends. If we consider this scenario for every person with hearing impairment, we would have approximately 1.8 billion people interested in learning sign language. This number is close to 24% of the world's population, and also about as much people in America and Europe combined. Although a large portion of the population might be interested in learning sign language, there's still a barrier of excuses to why people aren't doing it. But why? The most common excuses are, I don't have time to take classes at an institution, I don't have money to spend on this, or there's no teaching material that makes learning fun. And if it wasn't enough, every country has its own sign language. So, what can we do to pop this bubble? Kitsord is a platform that helps you learn sign language. It lets you do so in a dynamic and interactive way through games. It's accessible because you'll be able to use it from a cell phone, a tablet, or a computer. And you'll also be able to learn sign language for your specific country, no matter if you're in the US, France, or Japan. When people start learning, we'll be popping thousands of bubbles, making it possible for Lucas to communicate easily with others and for us all to understand each other.